this episode, I'm going to be exploring some more mechanics of this game. Not going to be doing any progression from the story. I'm going to be addressing some of the comments. So one comment pointed out that if you go to this guy, the Crazed Prisoner, and if you say, prepare to die, he'll actually die immediately. Let's test that out. I want to die, please. Ghoul seems to lower its arms as if in surrender. Wow! I'm surprised I didn't do this option. I guess I must have just given up at some point. Oh, okay, so it's surrendering? So what do I do now? Because the normal option is to talk to, is to use what is your origin twice. Go through that dialogue twice, but in that case he end up hitting you. So you can, the fastest way I know to finish this, that is like just two rounds. So I wonder if this is less risky. So let's try doing this again. Prepare to die. I want to die, please. The ghoul seems to lower stand. Okay. Wait. Oh, so you can use the infinite healing on this guy too, because we're healing up as we're talking to him, right? Like watch. Like this, and then you just keep doing it, and then we heal up as well. So this is perfect. And then amazing. Wow, okay, so then why finish this guy off? Like, why not just leave him for later, like in case you want to use this guy to infinitely restore your health? Okay, awesome. Next thing I want to do is, a commenter mentioned that normally, like, I light up torches going into my menu from here, but the comment said that if you press T, it will light up the torch immediately, like a shortcut. So let's test it out. Wow! That's pretty helpful, and it makes sense. T for torch. That's awesome. I like that they put this in the game. Next mechanic I want to look at is the fear mechanic. So that's the mechanic where you have a fear of something, and then a commenter said that when you're fighting your fear, like when you're fighting a fight against a monster that is involved with your fear. So for example, I have Phobia, which is the fear of monsters and malformation. So if I fight something like, oh geez, I don't even know, monster would be maybe the Harvest Man or maybe the Prison Guard. If I fight one of those guys, it's going to make the fight harder for me, and I want to explore how that makes it harder. My guess is that it will either make it so that I deal less damage and I also receive more damage, and perhaps maybe there's a little interaction there where it's like, oh, you're too scared to move, you lose a turn. There might be that mechanic as well, so I'm gonna explore that. There's not a lot of monsters at this time that I'd classify under that fear, because I've killed most guards. So I don't know what else there's left. So what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna fight enemies under I'm gonna get the Phobia fear, which is the fear of everything. So everything you fight is gonna be harder. So I'm hoping that way my choices of enemies is gonna be much bigger. So I'll be using the Crazed Prisoner as a test dummy, and I'm hoping that with Phobia it affects him, hopefully. If not, I do remember like reading that some enemies are unaffected by the Phobia, so if it doesn't work on the Crazed Prisoner, I'll have to find someone else. But yeah, so I'm just gonna wait until my mind meter goes all the way to 0, because that's when the Phobia is acquired. So it'll take some time. I'll cut to when that happens. While waiting for my mind to go down, it's at 28 right now, I went online and looked at the Wikipedia, and it said ghouls are not affected by phobias. Therefore, I can't use the Crazed... I think the Crazed Prisoner is classified as a ghoul, so I can't use him as a test dummy. The good news is that Tetraphobia, the one I have, there is a monster that's still alive that falls under that category, and I think that's the Maneba. So I'm gonna go and fight that. Just realized there's a problem with what I'm trying to do. So I'm just trying to see the before and after effects of the fear, and fighting the Maneba is not going to accomplish anything because I'm fighting my own fear, but I also want to fight something that I don't have a fear of, just to see the damage, so I can't use the enema. So, the good news is that I found another target, and it's the Jaggedjaw, and he falls under Phobia. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate the damage, or I'm just going to see the effects of the Jaggedjaw before the fear and after the fear. So right now, I don't have the fear of Phobia. So I'm just going to wait until my mind goes to 0, and then I will fight it just to see the effects. Okay, so I'm going to save right before I go to the entrance of the dungeon, because that's where it's easy for me to encounter the Jaggedjaw. So I don't have to take the long route and go back to a bed. That's much longer. I just saved, so now I'm going to make my way to the Jaggedjaw. I have to wait here until it comes out, right? Alright, dogs, come on out. I hope it comes out. Like, is it... What if it doesn't come out? What if, like... After progressing to the game, at some point... Oh! No! That's not what I want! Where's the barking? Oh, I actually want the barking this time. Oh, come on, please. Please. The dogs. No! What? No, 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 no! I walked in the mist, so... Now I learned that the Jaggedjaw do not spawn at all at the entrance, so I have to go to another place to find them. Ugh. Okay, the other place that the Jaggedjaw is in the backyard level 1. It's back here. So thank God that that's still available. I'm gonna make my way over there. Finally got to mine 0, and now I have acquired the Phobia. That took a really long time. It took me like 10 minutes just to wait it out. So now we're gonna go to the courtyard, or the backyard, and hopefully the Jaggedjaw should be here. There it is. I did save, so I don't have to wait again. Alright, so here we go. The first thing I'm gonna try is go for the torso. Oh my god, no. Okay, keep track of the damage. 29. 28. Ah, jeez. Okay, can we see them some damage? 314. Interesting. 25. I don't think I've ever seen the success. Oh yeah, I actually wanted to see that. Damn it. Okay, it's gone. So 276. No, I killed it. Okay. Okay, so looks like we're getting hit for an average of 25 damage by the dog. Interesting. And we're hitting for about 270. Okay, so that's with the Phobia. And now I'm gonna see without the Phobia. Okay, this time I don't have Phobia, so no fear against dogs whatsoever. So now I'm gonna see how much damage we do and how much damage we receive by the dogs. Alright, so again, so before when I hit, it was, with the Phobia it was 275, let's see if that makes a difference. And then when we got hit, it was for 25 damage average. 299, okay, so 275 versus 299, and then, oh. Okay, so looks like, so what I'm seeing is, so from 275 we hit for 300, and in terms of like damage received, we go from 25 to about 20. Interesting. And then also, it seems like we're like evading more. It's quite interesting. Okay, let's see the damage again. So, wait, 240. Wait, what? So maybe the damage is not affected at all. How much damage you deal? Okay, please fail. I actually want to see this. I've never seen this fail. Please fail. Come on, man. Ah, okay. Yeah, so I actually want to see 328. I feel like the damage does, like you do more damage, maybe slightly, I'm just not seeing it. Okay, barking, please fail. What can I do? Maybe provoke? I actually just want to see. Oh, it's not gonna do the thing? Low resistance, there it is. Okay, here we go. Please fail. Yeah, we are receiving 20 damage. Yes, okay. Leaps at me, and how much damage you do? Whoa! I've never seen that death animation. Wow. That's what happens if you fail. Okay, so the results that I have found is that you do slightly more damage, maybe? Maybe like, so you go from 275 to 300? Or I don't know, I feel like I was also hitting for 240, so that's kind of inconclusive. But the damage that I do receive went from about 25 to 20. So that's about, I would say, like a 25% damage increase. And then I think I'm also evading more. I don't know the percentages. I'd have to do like, I'd have to get hit, like I have to get hit 100 times, and then with the phobia, and then without the phobia, and that's just gonna take too much time. But yeah, those are my results from the phobia, I guess. One small thing I noticed in the save is, if you light your torch and then save, your character icon is gonna have a torch on it. That's kind of cool. And also the limbs are also, like you also have lost a limb, so that's cool that it reflects the state your character is in that save. Next thing I want to look at is, there's a knife in the backyard, and if you're exploring it naturally and you try to interact with it, nothing will happen. However, I read that if you have a child in your party, then what the child will do is it'll actually grab the knife. And so what I'm going to do is, I remember like the little girl is a child, so I wonder if she'll pick it up. So I'm going to make my way towards her, gonna recruit her, and then go to the courtyard. Okay, so I just got the little girl, and here is that knife. Let's see what happens. Simple daggers laying on the ground. It reminds you of your childhood, when your father used to teach you swordsmanship with similar dagger. It might be a suitable weapon for children, but for adults, it's small. I think that's all you see when you're alone without any children in your party. And now, it seems like this interaction happens when you have a child with you. You could give it to the girl. No. Yes. Okay, let's say no. Let's see what happens. Okay, so I guess nothing happens. Now let's try giving it. Give it. You give it to the girl, and she seems surprised to get a gift such as this dagger. Seems like she's not used to kindness of any kind. In any case, the girl seems excited about the dagger. Girl got dagger. Wow. Okay, let's see it. Did she equip it? She did. And oh, okay, it's not a big boost. A simple dagger for children to practice sword fighting. The other thing that I suspect... So, there is a doll in this game, and I believe the doll has something to do, like, it can interact with the girl, but when I tried last time, like, when I got the doll and then I got the girl, nothing happened. So, I think what has to happen is that you're supposed to get the girl, and then you get the doll later, and so, like, the mechanic is similar to what happened with a dagger, because I think the game can't register the fact that you get the girl and then the doll after, like, there's no interaction there. But I think if it's the other way around, then it'll do something. That's the way I think it's meant to be, so I'm gonna make my way to the doll to see what happens when I pick it up. Alright, so here's the doll. I'm gonna try to pick it up to see what happens. Simple, crude doll depicting a long-haired man. Oh, a long-haired man. Okay, I wonder who that depicts. The doll gives you chills, and an eerie vibe can be felt from it. You could give it to the girl. There we go. Oh, I see. Keep it for yourself. So you don't get this choice when you don't have the girl, but now when you do have the girl, you get this choice. And I bet if you just keep it to yourself, nothing happens. It's just as usual. But if you give it to the girl, I want to see what happens. She's holding it. You give it to the girl and seems to love it. Wow. You can immediately see her eyes widening in excitement. Damn. The girl pets the crude hair of the doll gently. She likes it. Girl got peculiar doll. Oh, that's awesome. So does anything change about her? Like, does her stats increase? I haven't seen any stat changes, but she did equip it right there. That's awesome. Next thing I wanted to explore is, there's this statue in the level 4 caverns, and it's supposed to depict one of the gods. And if you don't pray to the right god at that statue, then basically you either lose affinity or, like, nothing happens. So basically the challenge is to figure out which statue this belongs to. And so someone said, like, to figure it out, you can read the book, or you can also look at the physical structure of the statue. And so I think there's like 3 or 4, there's 4 gods, right? And so, oh geez, get away from me, please. Okay, so there's this flying thing is annoying. Okay, so it can't be Rogoth because it doesn't have like a violent structure to it. And it looks like a female, so it looks like it could be Sylvian. I think it's Sylvian, and I think another comment also said the same, that it's Sylvian, and so I'm gonna try praying to it. Oh, please, just there we go. Statue, do you want to pray? Pray to Sylvian, there we go. So you can be 3 gods, and I'm for sure Sylvian. I think Almer is a male. Alright, let's try this. Pray to Sylvian. ... What happened? You finished praying. Ah, okay, we don't get confirmation whether we got the right one. The only way to know is if you have, if you prayed, if you had like 2 prayers towards that god, and then you prayed towards Sylvian, you would get another, a halo in the hexen. That's the only way to confirm, but that would take me way too long to do.